My sincere apologies for being a bit late with your Monday video report, but it's not my fault. I overslept. Unfortunately, I happened to watch the American Music Billboard Award show last night. And listen, if Madonna and ultimately Stevie Wonder's show concluding tribute to Prince didn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Her rendition of Nothing Compares to You, that was definitely a cure for insomnia. It was a lousy song when Sinead O'Connor, the whack job, sang it many, many years ago. It was even worse last night. And to quote Randy Jackson, it was a bit pitchy. And then, of course, Stevie Wonder comes out. And listen, Stevie Wonder was the man at one time. But Stevie Wonder comes out, and then they do the karaoke version of Purple Rain. This is what it reminds me of. I love Paul McCartney. I've seen McCartney 5 times, I think, with my son. Love McCartney. But when he gets to Hey Jude and 20-some thousand people suddenly get out their Bic lighters or get out their cell phone with their phony flames and they start waving their hands back and forth, to me, that's a 7-minute and 23-second invitation to go ahead and find the Peanuts and Popcorn Man, to go get another Diet Coke. I mean, it's 7 minutes and 23 seconds of pure agony. It's karaoke, just like their tribute last night to Prince. Karaoke at its finest. But listen, I am not always so critical of just the closing performances of these type of award shows. No, let me also criticize the beginning of the show. Britney Spears, looking like a robot as she went through a medley of her hits and using those nice little dance moves and lip syncing. Oh, she may have been singing to a backing track, just like Justin Bieber was later, but isn't it kind of ironic that it's called the Billboard Music Awards show and you've got 2 big artists singing the backing tracks? Because I'm sorry, you sing the backing tracks, you're lip syncing. That's the bottom line. But that wasn't as bad as Kesha making her return to the stage, because all of you out there were just going, my God, I got to see Kesha on the stage. And all of you were out there going, I really hope she does Bob Dylan. Yes, she's going to do Bob Dylan, It Ain't Me, Babe. Because all of you out there, you just couldn't live without hearing Kesha's rendition of a song that nobody even remembers from the 60s, right? But it got worse than that. How about Celine Dion? Yeah, I really love hearing a French-Canadian woman singer belting out The Show Must Go On by Queen. A bad song when Freddie Mercury did it. Sorry, not a Queen fan. But that still wasn't as bad as the opening monologue by Ciara and Ludacris, which was a sexist, tasteless commentary in which only reinforced my question in my mind as to who did Ciara kill to get that job? Because what is Ciara doing hosting any type of music-oriented show? Seriously, I mean, what has she done lately? Other than a few physical assets that I will give her credit for, and of course those 7 dramatic costume changes during the performance, during the entire award show, I should say, what was she doing there? But that's enough. I feel better today. I've gotten all that off my chest. Again, if you are up at 3 a.m. this morning and you can't sleep, I highly recommend that you do a Google search and find it on YouTube or whatever and watch that Purple Rain tribute at the end of the award show last night. And it will, I guarantee you, put you to sleep. Hold it. It just dawned on me. Maybe the Golden State Warriors got a sneak preview of that because the way they played, they were sleepwalking against Oklahoma City yesterday. Listen, guys, I know we are only 3 games into this series, but it's dawned on me, I don't know if the Warriors can win this series, because the same problem that bothered the Warriors when these two met 3 times in the regular season is killing them here in the postseason, and that is the Thunder's ability to hit the rack. I mean, they are comprised by a bunch of guys that would kill their mother for a rebound, okay? This is a team that in 6 meetings this season, 3 in the regular season, 3 in the postseason, the Thunder, of course, coming into this series as the number 1 rebounding team in the NBA this year, the number 1 team in terms of rebounding margin as well. They about rebounded the Warriors in 6 games, 298 to 245. That's 8.8 rebounds per game, okay? But more importantly, those 8.8 rebounds represent additional second chance opportunities, additional chances to get points in the paint. And that is where you've seen repeatedly Steven Adams and Enes Kanter off the bench continually give the Thunder extra opportunities to put points on the board. And you saw this trend developing when they dominated the boards against the San Antonio Spurs in the second round. The only game this season where the Warriors did a good job on the boards was game number 2 when they came up with a good performance and actually out-rebounded the Thunder. Otherwise, they can't stop Oklahoma City. And then when you have Durant and Westbrook going for a combined 63 points, you've got the inside men giving you points as well. You've got the bench producing. It's going to be a damn tough series, I think, for the Warriors to come back and win this. I really don't think they can. And I think the Thunder, one of those teams, when it comes to a team winning the NBA championship or the World Series or the Super Bowl, I always look for two types of teams. One type of team starts fast, kind of hits a little bit of a midseason swoon, and then finishes strong. Or you look for that team that's just treading water, and then suddenly they catch fire and they just start taking off at the end of the season. And right now, the Thunder is that latter team, playing with confidence, playing with momentum, and it's going to be tough. Do I think they can win the NBA championship? I'll tell you what, though. If I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I know the series isn't over with Toronto, but it's going to be over, and they are going to prevail, I want Oklahoma City to play in the finals and not Golden State. Because if I'm the Cavaliers, I've got no way to stop Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. But if I'm the Cavaliers and I'm going, LeBron's going to make Kevin Durant play an honest game on defense, and he's going to torture him offensively as well. I know that Tristan Thompson is going to be more than up to the challenge to take care of the Oklahoma City suddenly productive big men. I know that J.R. Smith, believe it or not, is actually a pretty damn decent defender when he's wearing a Cavaliers uniform. Wasn't when he was wearing the Knicks or the Denver Nuggets uniform, but he has the size to definitely bother Westbrook. And when you got Kyrie Irving back there, you got Westbrook that also has to be playing honest up defense as well. I think Cleveland can take care of business against Oklahoma City. I don't know if they can beat Golden State, but it might be a moot point anyway. Okay, let's move forward here in terms of the NBA playoffs. The favorites are now 42-29-1 against the spread after the Cavaliers and the Warriors failed as road chalks the past couple of days. In the conference finals, the Dogs and the Chalks are 3-3 so far. The under is 43-29-1 so far in the postseason. 4 of the 6 conference final games have stayed below the posted price. Home teams continuing their dominating play. They were 4 games over 500 in round 1, 4 games over 500 in round number 2. They have covered 5 of the 6 games so far here in the conference finals. I have a small play tonight on Cleveland-Toronto. I, again, think the best bet is actually in baseball, where I've got another top-rated 15-dime release, my 5th in 6 days after cashing with the Giants. This is my Sunday night game of the year. I hope you got that last night, the 1-0 win behind Madison Bumgarner at the discounted price of only $22. So that's the direction I'm going. In terms of your complimentary play today, I'm going to take a shot on Seattle, minus $1.25 at home against Oakland. Now, Seattle starter Walker got out of the gates quickly this season, but he has certainly struggled here of late. 1.44 earned run average in his first 4 starts, 5.09 in his last 4. He's not nearly as good as he was in the first 4. He's not nearly as bad as he was in the last 4. I'm going to go with him here today back at home with a Seattle team that returns home after a 3-game road sweep of the Cincinnati Reds. They swept a series against the Oakland A's in Oakland back in, a couple of weeks ago, and scored 21 runs in the series. They've scored at least 5 runs, those being the Mariners, in 9 of their last 12 games, as the offense has certainly been cranking. The A's coming off a 4-game sweep at home to the New York Yankees, who won all 4 games. That's what I mean by a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Yankees. They only managed 6 runs total in that series. The offense certainly having a crimp put into it when Josh Reddick, after the first game of that series against the Yankees, was put on the disabled list. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a broken thumb. The A's have lost 11 of their last 15 on the road, so I'm going to go with Seattle playing very good ball at a relatively cheap price at home. Rich Hill, yes, pitching well for the Oakland A's. 1 run, 3 hits, and 6 innings of work Wednesday in a win over Texas, their only win in their last 6 games. And he has a 1.96 earned run average in his last 6 starts after having a 4.15 earned run average in his first 3. But remember, this is Rich Hill. He's a journeyman left-hander who's 36 years old. He's not the second coming of Sandy Koufax here, okay? And I think Seattle can get the job done here at home in this contest. And that's your lone free selections tonight. I really don't like that much on the board. So Seattle Mariners, your free play. I wish you well, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.